Dear students, welcome back to this quantitative methods for business. I'm Dr. C. Sudhakar with you, and today we are going to study about a linear programming problem formulations. Okay, LPP formulation only. So already we have seen a basic model uh, before. If you don't watch that video, please go back and watch that video. I will give link in the top. So that is a basic model where all the required informations are given in the question. So it is very easy for us to form the linear programming problem. Now this is called a product mix problem. So if you are having more than 2-3 products processed on 2-3 different machines, how to manipulate the cost factors and how to manipulate the constraints, we are going to see it. So it's a little bit advanced one. For that reason this video is going to be little bit lengthier. I try to go by very slow. Please watch them carefully. So product mix problem, you will have more than 2-3 products processed on 2-3 different machines. Let us take a question. A company manufactures milky, creamy and nuts chocolates. So three types of chocolates it's manufacturing. Completion of product involves production team and packing team. So three types of chocolates they are manufacturing, and it involves two different units. So we call the production unit as R and packing unit as K. Production unit has two machines, R1 and R2, and packing unit has three machines, K1, K2 and K3. For example, if it is a chocolate company, we call them as molding machines, R1 and R2. Two machines, R1 and R2, and packing units, three machines are there, K1, K2, K3. So let us say the different shapes of boxes, K1, K2 and K3. So this is the second unit K, packing unit. Okay, so just for our understanding we can take this as examples, but in the given question it can be any machines, two machines R1 and R2 and three machines K1, K2, K3. Okay, the picture is just given for our better understanding. Milky chocolates can be manufactured on any type of R and K machines. Okay. Creamy chocolates can be manufactured on any type of machine R and only on K machine. Now they are giving some conditions. Milky chocolate can be manufactured on any type of R and K machines. Okay, so every product has to go through both the departments. Milky chocolate can be manufactured on any type of R. Okay, that means it can be molded like this or like this. It can be packed like this or like this or like this. Okay, so milky chocolate can be manufactured on any type of R and any type of K. Creamy chocolate can be manufactured on any type of R machine. So when you are coming to creamy, second type of chocolate, it can be manufactured on, it can be molded by using this one or this one, and only on K1. That means only it can be packed like this. Okay, so that is a given condition in the question. Nuts chocolate can be manufactured on machine R2 and K3 only. For nuts chocolates, that is the third type of chocolates, can be manufactured only on R2 and it can be packed only on K3. Okay, so that is the conditions given in the question. Okay, so let us understand. Milk chocolates can be manufactured by any two machines here or any three packings here. Okay, and creamy chocolate can be manufactured on any machine here and it can be packed only on K1. Nuts chocolate can be manufactured only on R2 and it can be packed only on K3. Okay, so these are the given conditions in the question. It can vary from question to question. For this question it is given like this. So these are the two types of processing. It is given in the question that completion of product involves production unit and packing unit. That means the full product will come out after passing these two units. Okay, it has to be manufactured and it should be packed. Any product should come through these two departments sequentially. Now the following table shows the required time to produce 1 unit of chocolate in each machine and the machine total available time in hours per month. Okay, so therefore cost of running the machine per month and materials cost for the chocolate and selling price for the chocolate per unit are given below. Okay, so let us take the table. This table will illustrate that how many hours this machine R1 is available. So the machine R1 is available, total machine available time per month. Okay, for one full month the machine R1 is available for 300 hours. Okay, it is given here. The total following table shows the time required to produce 1 unit of chocolate in each machine and the machine total available time in hours per month. Okay, so this machine R1 for 1 month it is available for 300 hours. Okay, then second one is cost of running the machine per month and material cost. Okay, so this is 120 may be something like units of currency. It can be a real, so for our understanding we can take it as 120 reals. If you are running the machine R1 for 1 month, you have to spend 120 real for 1 month. So how many hours totally it is available per month? 300 hours it is available. So this is available time, this is running cost in terms of reals. Like that, R2 available time for month is 820 hours. If you are running the machine 1 month completely, you have to spend 250 reals. Okay, so this is the data. And machine K1 690 200 hours available, money has to be spent. So like that, K2 and K3 is given. Now there are some blank here. What is the meaning? Because for R1, if you want to produce a nuts chocolate, you have to process on R2 and K3. Okay, so that means these two machines are not required to produce the nuts chocolate. For creamy chocolate, it can be produced on R1 K1, R2 K1. So the timings are given here. These two machines are K2 and K3 is not required for a creamy chocolate. Coming to Milky 457, that means if you are processing on the machine R1 4 hours, this means it's reals again. Okay, so if you are running 4 hours, you can make the chocolate milky chocolate. If you are running this machine for 5 hours, you can make a R2 type of chocolate. Okay, if you are running this machine for 7 hours, you can make a pack of this box. Okay, like that it is given in terms of timings. So M represents a milky chocolate. It requires 4 hours of this machine R1 and 5 hours of this machine R2 and 7 hours of this machine K1, 9 hours of this machine and 3 hours of this machine. Okay. So if you are making R1 and K1, you have to process for 4 hours to make one chocolate and you have to process 7 hours to make one box. Okay, so one chocolate, one box, that is a calculation. Even though it is given 4 chocolates here, for our understanding, this box is required to pack only one chocolate. This box is required to pack only one chocolate. Okay, so this is per unit. The diagram is given for our understanding. Okay, therefore again read what is the data. The table shows the time required to produce 1 unit of chocolate. Time required to produce 1 unit of chocolate in each machine. Okay, So and the machine total available time in hours per month. Machine available time per month it is given here. What is this meaning? So this is the raw material cost. Okay, so if you are making a milky chocolate, you have to spend milky powder or whatever it may be. You have to spend for one chocolate, it is 0.3 reals. It is cost means reals, 0.3. So how much they are going to sell? Price per chocolate is 9 reals. Okay, they are going to sell it for 9 reals per piece of chocolate. This 15 meaning is creamy chocolate they are going to sell for 15 reals, and nuts chocolate they are going to sell for 18 reals. So this is the question. So I repeat once again, they are going to produce three types of chocolates by using two units. First unit is having two machines and second unit is having three machines. So the table shows the time available of this machine and total time available of this machine, cost running for the machine, raw material cost for the chocolates, and price for the chocolates. What is the question? Formulate the problem as a linear programming problem. Okay, you have to just formulate the problem. Solving the problem is not required at this level. Okay, so let us go and calculate what is the answer. So the objective is to maximize the profit. Okay, so in any business we have to maximize the profit. The profit will come by selling the chocolates. So the manufacturer wants to know how many chocolates of milky, creamy and nuts chocolates can be manufactured on which types of box and by using which types of machines. Okay, so let us take them one by one. It is given that milky chocolates can be manufactured on any type of machine R and machine K successively. Okay, so let us see the table. What is that table? The table is we are having the machines R1 and R2 and K1, K2, K3. So how we can do it? It can be manufactured on any unit R means. So you can use this mold, put it in this box. That is one chance. Use this mold, put it in this box. That is second chance. Use this mold and you can put it in this box. That is third chance. So in three ways we can make the milky chocolate. When you are using this R2, again you can make this mold and put it in this box, use this mold and put it in this box, use this mold and put it in this box. So another three methods it's possible. So totally in 6 different ways you can sell the milky chocolates. So the chances are, here we are having two machines 2C1 and here we are having three machines 3C1. 2C1 value is 2, 3C1 value is 3, 2 multiply 3 equal to 6. So how to find the value of 2C1, how to find the combination rules, already we have seen a video, so I give the link above, you can see that, or you can use the calculator to find the value. Okay, how to use the calculator also already we have seen. Okay, so there will be a key NC or key in your calculator. Use that key to find the value for this. So what is the meaning for this 6? In 6 different types of chocolates and packings we can make for milky chocolates. So hence the milky chocolate can be delivered each with a different shape and pack in 6. They are R1K1, R1K2, R1K3. By using the mold R1, these three. When you are using the mold R2, again it is R2K1, R2K2, R3K3. So these are the 6 different ways we can make different shapes of chocolates in different boxes. Okay. So let us now take the number of chocolates of these types are x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 and x6. Okay, what is the meaning for x1? X1 means they are having the mold like this and it's packed like this. Okay, so x1. What is the meaning for x2? The shape of the chocolate is like this and it is packed like this. X3 means the shape of the chocolate is like this and it is packed in these types of boxes. Like that, X1, X2, X3, X4, X5, X6, 6 different milky chocolate packs are possible. Okay, so this is for the milky chocolates. Now let us calculate what is the profit from each one of this type. Okay, now it is given that creamy chocolates can be manufactured. Now let us go to the creamy chocolate and how many different ways it can be manufactured. We will calculate it now. It is given creamy chocolate can be manufactured on any type of OR machine and only K1 machine. It is given in the question. Please go back and read the question. So just for our understanding, I put the picture again. So it can be manufactured on any type of OR machine. R1, R2 we are having two. But only on K1 machine, so I put only K1 here. So how many different ways we can make the creamy chocolate can be manufactured by using two different ways only. Okay, so what are they? So you can use this mold, put it in this box. You can use this mold, put it in this box. Only two methods it's possible. So they are 2C1 into 1C1 equal to 2. R1 K1, R2 K1. Let us take, already we have used the variables up to 6, so we will use the next two variables. So X7 R1 K1 and X8 R2 K2 can be manufactured. So these two are creamy chocolates in square boxes. Okay, so now this is with respect to creamy chocolates. Now let us go to the nuts chocolates. The nuts chocolates can be manufactured on machine R2 and K3. Only one machine we can use R, only one machine we can use K. So this is the only possible thing for nuts chocolates. So how many ways? There is only one method. You can make this mold and put it in this box. So therefore 1C1 into 1C1 equal to 1, only one way. The meaning is the nuts chocolate can be manufactured in only one way, that is R2 K3. This is the only way. So we have used the variables up to 6 first, then 7, 8 for the creamy chocolates. Now let us put X9. Let us take the number of nuts chocolates in the hot shaped box or X9. Okay, so X9 boxes we are going to manufacture. Please note that inside every box there is only one chocolate. So these are the so our aim is we have identified the variables x1, x2, x3, x4 up to x9. We are having x9 variables. Now the objective is to maximize the profit. So let us calculate what is the profit from each and every type. First let us take the milky chocolate. So x1. The x1 milky chocolate is produced by using the machine R1 and box K1. Okay, so R1 and K1. To make a milky chocolate complete product, we should use the milk powders, how many hours per month it is available, and how much cost we are going to spend for running the machine. Okay, so these things we will calculate. Now for running the machine for 300 hours we are spending 120 real. Okay, so how much time required for this R1 machine to make the R1 that is in the first mold R1, we should run for 4 hours. So first let us calculate for 1 hour how much is the cost. For 300 hours the cost is 120 reals. For 1 hour the cost will be 120 by 300. So from where we are getting, so let us take this R1, 120 divided by 300. Okay, for 300 hours 120 real means for 1 hour 120 divided by 300. But we want 4 hours to make the first product. We want to run the machine for 4 hours. So 1 hour cost is 120 by 300, 4 hour cost is 120 by 300 into 4, that is 1.6. 1.6 into 4 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 into So this is the manufacturing cost for the first type chocolate X1. Not only this, we are going to pack this also. So for packing, what are the availabilities? So the packing machine is available totally for 690 hours, and it is the packing machine running cost is 200 reals. For 690 hours, 200 reals we have to spend. For 1 hour we have to spend 200 divided by 690. Okay, so how much required? So to make the first type of product, we have to run the packing machine for 7 hours. So the amount what we are going to spend is 200 and divide by 690 into 7, so 2.03. Manufacturing cost of the mold is 1.6. Packing box machine running is 2.03. Therefore totally for the mold running and the packing cost is going to be, take these two numbers and add it, 1.6 plus 2.03, so this is 3.63. Now what is the material cost? That is the milk powders. What is the cost? The milk powder cost is 0.3 for one chocolate. So add with that. So 3.63 for the machine cost and 0.03 for the raw material cost. So 3.93 reals to make one chocolate. This is the total cost for the manufacturer. For how much reals he is spending? He is spending it for he's selling it for 9 reals. It is given on the table. So for the manufacturer is spending 3.93 reals. Milky chocolate is 9 minus 3.93. 9 is the selling cost and 3.93 is the total manufacturing cost for him. So it is going to be 5.07. So when he is selling a round shaped chocolate in the square box, he is getting a profit of 5.07. This is for one chocolate per milk chocolate. So how many milk chocolates like this you are going to manufacture? He is going to manufacture X1. So 2 means multiply 5 real into 2, 3 means 5 into 3, like that. Okay, so X1 chocolates means just you multiply this by X1, 5.07 X1. So net profit from X1 milky chocolates, that is manufactured on R1 and K1, is 5.07 X1. So this is the profit from the round shaped milky chocolates in square boxes. Like this we have to calculate for the creamy X2, X3, X4, all the varieties. Okay, so this is for the first part. So the net profit from X1 milk chocolate is R1 K1 is 9 minus 120 divided by 300 into 4 plus 200 divided by 690 into 7 minus 0.3 into x1. So that is equal to 5.07 or 5.071 x1. Okay, if the currency is having 3 decimal places, we can take 3 decimal places after the point. Okay, so just we have summarized it. So this is from the running cost of the machine R1, this is the running cost of the machine K1, and this is the raw material cost, and this is the sales price. How many units we are producing? We are producing X1 units. So this is the overall profit from the chocolate X1. Similarly, when you are calculating for X2 milk chocolates, that is, it is in the round shape but packed in the round shaped boxes. It is X2 is equal to 2.6 X2. So the mold is a round mold, so the cost is not changing, but the box is changing. So last time we packed it in the square shape box, this time we are putting it in the round shape box, so the cost of box is changing. Raw material and sales costs are same, so this type of packs are X2 packs. So therefore X2 into this is 2.6 X2. Then for X3 the same type of calculation we are doing, the cost is coming 5.9. And for R2K1, now what we are doing is we are going to make the heart shaped chocolates mold and put it in the square shape box. So the cost for heart shaped mission is 250 divided by 820. So 250 divided by 820 into 5, and for square shaped box is 200 divided by 690 into 7. The raw material cost is 0.3 and sales cost is 9. Okay, so therefore 9 minus this is going to be 5.147 x4. Okay, so this is for the R2K2, and for R3K3 this is the profit. So these are the profits we are taking for different types of milk chocolates in different packets. Now let us calculate for creamy chocolates. So the creamy chocolate calculation is also, it is equal to 10.281x7. So what we have done is we changed the raw material cost. Raw material cost is coming 0.4, and we change the selling cost 15. So with respect to R1K1, R1 is 120 by 300 into 5. Okay, so 5 hours is required to make this creamy chocolate in the mold R1. So therefore this is changed now. 120 divided by 300 into 5, 200 divided by 690 into 8 minus 0.4. The total manufacturing 15 minus is going to be 10.281x7. So similarly for R2K1 combination, the profit is given by, for X8 chocolates it is 10.147 X8. I have taken after the point 3 decimal values because reals is having 3 decimals. Okay, you can say 10 reals 147 paisa. Okay, so nuts chocolates can be manufactured in only one method, that is R2K3. So the total profit for nuts chocolates out of X9 products is 11.346 X9. Okay, so we have calculated all the profits with respect to different types of flavors and different types of packs. So the total objective function is, this is in terms of profit for the manufacturer, therefore the objective function is maximize, add all the profits from each and every different types. So it should be maximize. This is the profit from milky chocolates, and this is the profit from creamy, and this is the profit from the nuts chocolates. So now let us calculate the constraints. Okay, so with respect to the objective function, we have done it. Now let us calculate the constraints. So because the machine is not available for a longer period, it is having a limitation. Only 300 hours we can run the machine 1, and 390 hours we can run the machine 2, like that. So let us track the machine constraints one by one. First let us track the machine R1. Okay, take the table. The table values will be like this. Okay, R1K1, R2K, R1K2, these are the combinations. When I taking the constraints for the machine R1, when where it is used, when I am making the milky chocolates, R1 is used 3 times, and when I am making the creamy chocolates, it is used again here. So when I are using the milky chocolates, how many hours it is used? 4 hours here. So I put the timings here. So it is from this table here. Now when I coming to creamy chocolates, it is used only one time. So how much time it is required? 5 hours. So we put the 5 here. For nuts chocolate it is not required, so I am not writing anything in the place of here. So it is given blank here, R1. So we just track them. How many times this R1 machine is used? R1 machine is used when you are making this type of product, this type of product, and this type of product. So how many of this type of product we are doing? X1, X2, X3. Okay, this is from the variables we have taken from the previous slides. Now creamy chocolate X7. Okay, so just track them. So when I are calculating the constraints for the machine R1, we are using 4 hours for the first one, 4 hours for the second one, 4 hours for the third one, and 5 hours for the seventh type of chocolate. So how many hours total it is available? It is available for 300 hours. It is given on the table. So it is available for maximum. So we put it is less than or equal to 300. What happens sometimes, if the mold is not ready, then we should wait for the machine. Okay, so previous things are running on the machine, then we should not use the full 300 hours. So therefore the constraint should be less than or equal to 300. This is the equation for the machine R1. Now in the same way we can calculate the constraint for the machine R2. Let us check where the R2 is used. R2 is used, so these are the various combinations. Let us write it once again for our clarity. So R2 is used at these two places, three places, and for creamy chocolate also it is used. So the timing for milky chocolate it is used is 5. It is given on the table. Now put 5 in all the places. Now creamy chocolate 7 hours, nuts chocolate also it is used for 11 hours. Okay, so we put everything in the table. Okay, now the constraints are 5 hours we have to use for x4, 5 hours you have to use for x5, 5 hours you should use for x6, and 7 hours you should use for x8, and 11 hours you should use for x9. Okay, so the total availability is 820. Total availability is 820. So this is the constraint for R2. Now let us come to the machine R3. Similarly we can calculate one by one. We are having the machine K1. K1 where it is used and how many hours it is used, let us track it. K1 is used 7 hours, so we put the timing. And for creamy chocolates it's used at these two places. The timing required for creamy chocolate is 8, so we can fill up that. So how much hours total it is used? 7x1 plus 7x4 plus 8x7 plus 8x9. How many hours it is available? It is available for 690 hours. So less than or equal to 690. Similarly for K2 and K3, it is 9x3 plus 9x5 less than or equal to 200. And for K3 machine it is 3x3 plus 3x6 plus 7x9 less than or equal to 350. Okay, so these are the constraints for the machines. Now x1, x2, x3 are the number of chocolates, so definitely they are going to be non-negative. So x1, x2, x3 up to x9 are greater or equal to 0. Non-negative means you can make 0 chocolate or 1, 2, 3, 4 chocolate. It's not possible to make the negative number of chocolates. So therefore greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so that is a non-negative constraint. So we have done all the conditions. Let us tabulate them. So the objective function, therefore the linear programming problem is, first let us write the objective function. The objective function is maximize z equal to 5.07x1 plus etc. up to 11.346. We have seen this in step by steps in the before slides. Then this is the constraint for the machine round shaped molding machines, and this is the constraint for the second machine R2, and this is the constraint for the machine K1, K2 and K3, and finally the non-negative constraints. Okay, so this is the overall objective linear programming problem formulation. Okay, linear programming problem formulation this is. Okay, so once you created this problem, then we can use various techniques to find the solution for that. So this is a very bit lengthy problem, but this is very good problem when you're coming to product mixes. Hope you enjoyed learning linear programming problem. Please comment below if you are having any doubts. I will get back to you. You can send me a mail